welcome back to Mrs. Hewitt's Spelling at Home. I am here today with a new root word for you, and then we are going to look at building some new words by adding prefixes and suffixes around this root. Really good spelling strategy, this one. So our root word today is this, and that is ord, and you can see there it says it's from the Latin ordinum, and that means row or order. So straight away our sort of keyword in English you'll be thinking there is order, and that's to do about things being in a row, in line, in the right place, in order. Okay, so all our words today are going to be around that root. I've got a nice big word frame for you. So we've got a few different prefixes, and then you've got two main roots into your suffixes there. So I'm going to pop that up to the screen, and I want you to write out as many word sums as you can, and then we'll go through a few afterwards. Okay, so you can pause your video when I put this up to the screen. Okay, let's have a look at some of our words, and we're going to think about the meanings of these prefixes today as well, because we've got co, meaning with, and you get con and com as well, that also mean with, and co is just a shortened version of that, so anything with co or con or com at the start means with or together. We've got dis, meaning not, extra, meaning a lot, and then sub, meaning under or less. And hopefully when we look at the words that we can build with that, you'll see how those meanings really actually help explain the meaning of the whole word. So my first word that I've put here is orderly, and remember that ly suffix makes it an adverb describing the manner in which something is done. So you could say it was very orderly, meaning it was very in order. Okay, it was a very orderly line. They were all nice and neat and tidy. Disorder, dis meaning not, so disorder, literally not in order, all jumbled up. You might say, oh, you know, it was in complete disorder. It was all crazy, all jumbled up. Right, this one, ordinary, and this is one you might use quite a lot. So if they're very ordinary, it's as it should be, it's in order, it's sorted, it's how it should be. So that's where that ordinary comes from. And then I've got here extraordinary, and this is a word that lots of people do not spell correctly, okay, because we say it as extraordinary. You don't really hear that A when you say it, but it's actually spelt as extraordinary because it means beyond the ordinary. So an extraordinary event happened, something that you wouldn't normally happen, wouldn't happen in ordinary days. But you need to remember that it's not just extra, okay, you've actually got that A in there because the morphemes are extraordinary. So that's a good way of remembering how to spell extraordinary. Extraordinary. And if you see it in writing and it looks like extraordinary, you can read it as extraordinary. So this one, coordinate, okay, remember co means with. So sometimes we would talk about we're going to coordinate our efforts, or we need to coordinate with somebody else, and that means about working with somebody else to get it in order. So basically that working together bit. And then we've also got coordination, and I've popped this one in because we've got one of our spelling rules here, because we've got coordinate which ends with an E, but then we've got the ian suffix to make it a noun, so we need to cross that E off and add the ion, and then we get that shun sound. So again, back to this, I know I said lots and lots of times with the shun, it's not shun as a suffix, the T is in the 8, and then the ion is the suffix that gets added on to make it a noun. So coordination, we know it's a T shun and not an S shun, because it comes from coordinate. And if we think about coordinate, we know how to spell coordination. And that's about how coordinated you are, how in order you are, basically. So talk about somebody having very good coordination, means they can, you know, hit a ball really well, or write really well. It's just about having everything in order, everything kind of working in an ordinary way. So coordination with order, okay. Ordinal, that's to do with numbers. So your ordinal numbers are first, second, third. Talk about which order something comes in. So our ordinal words, and you do have to learn them in maths, it's part of your maths curriculum. First, it's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, how you kind of rank something of where it comes in that line, in that order. So they are our ordinal numbers. And then this one here, subordinate, and you could also have subordination, subordinate clauses in our writing, or somebody is subordinate means they are below less important. So subordinate, in our subordinate clauses, we have our main clause, and then you have a subordinate clause because it is less important. Sub meaning less, less order, less important, okay? So we have subordinate there as well. So they are the main words that we could have got out of our word grid today. Your job now is to write a couple of sentences using them. I would try and pick the word ordinary and extraordinary and maybe coordination, because they're the ones that I think have got the trickiest spelling words to remember. But you can use those strategies of breaking it up into the morphemes to help you with the spelling. So have a go at writing those words and a couple of sentences with them in, and then your job is done. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye.